Hello, everybody, and welcome to an afternoon tea time live stream with me, Charlie Lambden. This is Moving Hammer Charlie, and I am not feeling very well today. I haven't managed to shake off whatever I had, so I've got a cup of tea here, and I'm going to take it easy because today's news has kind of sent my blood pressure off the scale a little bit, and fighting the constant mainstream of guff is exhausting. It's like pushing water uphill, and today is no exception. Try and keep this to so, but if I'm having internet connection speeds, I'll get this fixed. I will get my internet connection speed fixed. It requires a lift, a jack to get something installed on the roof of the house. But for now, all I can do is do what I can do and hope that you can see it. So today, Nationwide released their September house price index. It's the 2nd of October today. And here are a selection of the way the media reported it. So Bloomberg said UK's mortgage crunch is easing. No, it hasn't got started yet. As house prices stay put. What? House prices unchanged following 2 months of declines. No, that's not what's happened at all. We'll look in a minute at the numbers. And he makes this chap Tom Rees says the average price of homes unchanged at £257,808. You can tell not very well today, sorry. Okay, this is clearly not true, as I will show you in a minute, right? But there we are. That's the first story. But house prices stay put. Again, if you were just someone, a regular moving punter, looking at the headlines to see what's happening, well, let's look somewhere else. What does Sky News say? Sky News says house prices unchanged in September. No, they're not. I'll show you in a minute. Says Nationwide. No, Nationwide didn't say house prices are unchanged. They said year-on-year house price growth. House price. House price growth is unchanged. They didn't say prices were unchanged. And the Guardian, on this occasion, is not going with the unchanged. They are correctly reporting house price drops 5.3% with falls in every region. Yes, that's true. Year on year, that continues to happen. And they go on and report about where was it that I wanted to show you? Oh, here we are. And they quoted, I love this. So they quote Robert Gardner, the Nationwide chief economist, who straight after Nationwide said that the figure was 30% below, not last year. This is mortgage rates, right? 30% below the monthly average in 2019 before the pandemic spike. 30% below the 2019 average, way below last year. Okay, and he goes on to call that relatively subdued. This housing market that is going to businesses out of business left, right, and centre, where house prices are falling at the fastest rate in 14 years, is relatively subdued. That's all. Not surprising given the challenging picture for housing affordability. But the language is everything, because people who don't really crunch this for themselves just go, oh, house prices are staying put and the market's relatively subdued. But let's actually have a look at what the report actually said. And I love this first headline here, right? House price growth remained weak in September. House price growth? Hang on, there wasn't any to remain weak. There wasn't any weak growth. It was negative. House prices are falling year on year and month on month last month in August, according to your own thing. House prices were falling in August, month on month, and year on year at 5.3%. So what growth is weak? Because that still implies positive, doesn't it? Tell me what you think. I mean, am I being unreasonable here, or is that a wholly misleading headline? House price growth, so they're going up, are they? No, remained weak. No. House price falls were sustained, would have been an accurate headline for that. So there's the first massively misleading headline from Nationwide. They're then going to say house prices unchanged over the month. Unchanged? Hang on a second. I've got to zoom back in so you guys can really see this. So August was 259,000 and September is 257,000. But that's not unchanged. What do you mean they're unchanged over the month? Your own numbers, just 6 inches lower on the page, clearly show that they're not unchanged. They are lower. Oh, seasonally adjusted. Oh, hang on a second. Okay. So all regions recorded annual house price falls in Q3. And the monthly index, asterisk. Now, I'm pleased that they want to clarify things for us here, because here they've got the seasonally, and pay attention to this, because it clears things up nicely, and everything will be crystal clear after you've read this. The seasonally adjusted figure. Note that monthly percentage changes are revised when seasonal adjustment factors are re-estimated. Okay? When? When are seasonal adjustment factors re-estimated, and why are they re-estimated, and were they only estimated in the first place? So hang on, you can do seasonal adjustment estimates and then change them and revise them whenever you want without showing the calculation. Okay, so you can do whatever you like to this house price index. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, oh, here's Charlie complaining because it's not showing house price falls. It is showing house price falls. They're just lying about it in the headline. And I will say the same thing, whether house prices are going up or going down, even if Nationwide was reporting falls, like steeper falls and accelerating falls, which, by the way, is what's happening. And I want to clear up something else for everyone about indices. It's really important because, like, guys, I'm sorry, I can see the internet's dropping in and out. I hope you can still hear me. I'm just waiting for my green signal, my green 5-bar signal to come back. Come on, come back. Let me. There we are. Okay, we got green again. So quickly, while it's green and I've got a good signal. Nationwide, there are two important factors to know about Nationwide UK house prices, because Nationwide is a small sample of only mortgage-based transactions. It is not the whole market. It is not cash transactions. It is a sample of only mortgage-backed transactions, which means two things. First of all, I mean, it's a meaningful sample. I'm not knocking it. I think in some ways, the lenders' house price indices are actually the most up to date in some respects, right? But it is only a small sample. Over time, the trends are pretty reliable, but month on month, it's really important to look at the close figures. And they exclude cash transactions. And in a falling market, buyers who are paying with cash will be paying less than people with a mortgage. Why? Because sellers selling their houses would rather accept a bit less money from a cash buyer who can complete quickly than they would accept slightly more money from a mortgage buyer who's got to wait for the mortgage approval, they'll wait for the mortgage survey, and then have a down valuation, etc., etc. So there is a very, very strong argument that if you were to include cash transactions, house prices would be falling faster than only including mortgage transactions. Okay, so the only purpose of this video is to say, don't be misled by this guff. All right, just make sure that you understand what they're saying. Don't just read the headlines, because all those headlines are saying unchanged, house price falls have stopped, and the market's subdued. The reality is much, much, much more extreme. House prices are falling fast. They're reporting 5.3% year on year, which, by the way, that's the unchanged figure they're referring to. The year-on-year figure is unchanged from August, but the month-on-month figure has changed in their own figures. So I don't know why they've said prices remain unchanged. And they're also mixing up seasonally adjusted and non-seasonally adjusted, and that's further confusing. And then they don't tell us what revisions they've made to their estimates and when. So again, it's hard to see how much attention to pay to this. So here's me saying that although they're showing house prices are falling, I think they're falling faster, and the headlines are making everything sound better than it is. Guys, thanks for watching. I've got to go. This is murder. I do have one more video I'm going to try and squeeze out today because it's really important. Have a great one. Please share this with anyone that needs it sharing with them. If you're a buyer, remember, don't overpay. And if you're a seller thinking, oh, things aren't that bad, but you need to sell, please don't overprice and don't delay if you've got to sell. Have a great one, guys. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.